Hey, it's Del from Let's Get Inkie, and I'm here today with the final installment of my journaling by fives. Now, if you haven't seen the first, how many parts to end up, it was like 8 videos, 7 videos, something like that, where I used Shannon Green's journaling by fives theory, technique, process, whatever you'd like to call it, to make some art journal pages. I'll put the links below to all of the videos. I added an extra step. I think I called it step 5B maybe, which was to add some stenciling at the end with some modelling paste. But I thought I'd give you a flip through of the finished album. So this is a 6x8 ring album by Basic Grey that I've had in my stash for forever. So you could use anything. Shannon actually uses a composition, like an exercise book, but I wanted to do loose leaf so that it would be easier to dry, and I just thought that way I can put them in whatever order I like. So I just wrote that with what did I use for that? I think I used my Tombow black brush marker just to do the title there, and added a tiny bit of embellishing up the top. Very flat, very, very flat, because when I put it on my shelf I don't want things falling off. So without further ado, let me show you all my pages. I went through, I had them all laid out, and you could see, especially when I did the stenciling, there were some that I might have used the same stencil and the same colour for, and I didn't want them next to each other in the album. I also didn't want pages that had similar coloured backgrounds. I did end up having some similar together, but for the most part, I laid them all out and then picked my order from there. Now this one was always going to be the first page. I don't know if it's just the ritual nature in me or what it was, but this was the first page that I did. So therefore, it must be the first page in the whole album. I don't know why I had to, but part of my brain told me I did. So I'm going to show you each page up close and tell you a little bit about it if there's anything that needs to be told. But just know that I made 20 pages altogether. Some of them are, it sounds like they're sticking together, but they're not really. It's just the modelling paste on top, so they're not ripping. And I could go back and spray them with a what do you call it? Fixative spray. I couldn't use matte medium or Mod Podge or any of those things because I've used dilutions in the background, and if you put it on top of that they will reactivate and the colour will go everywhere, which I don't really want. So here's the first one. Whoop. So I really do think that the stenciling at the end just made it, and it's got a bit of, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's got a bit of a glimmer to it. So there's this one, and then on the back I just very, very roughly smooshed some paint on the back with a old gift card. I just smooshed it everywhere because it was annoying me that it wasn't done, so I thought I'll just smoosh it on the background. I was going to do the backs as well, but I think it'd be too much, and this way it's just a nice bit of colour, and you don't really, your eyes don't stay on it, you just kind of recognise that there is colour over that side too. So that's the first one. My next one is smaller, and I really, really love this one. I really like that I use the pink with the red and put them together. Oh my goodness. If you are a long time watcher or watch me on my main channel, Inkie Quill, you will know what happens when I start recording. Let me show you. Let's just take a pause. Let's just take a break here. So here I am at my desk. If you walk across here, there's one bunny. The good one at the moment. And then here's this bunny. Poppet, you can't chew boxes while I'm trying to record. What are you doing, darling? What are you doing? So if you hear this noise, this is where it's coming from. It's usually Frida. Maybe today Poppet's feeling like she needs to have a bit of extra attention. You just stay here sleeping, okay? You be a good girl. Yeah. All right, so back to the album. Plug in my camera. And we're good to go. So this one, I really liked that I combined the pinky colour with the red. I'm all for combining pink and red, and I think this coral kind of colour in between really makes it work because it's not as severe a, I'm pink, I'm red. It's got something kind of in the middle. So yeah, this is this one. Then, oh, and I also did reinforce all of the backs with some washi tape, just because I didn't really trust them in the album. Next up is this one. And the hearts here, I think, just made it. And I really like how I overlapped the hearts over the focal image, and I think that really ties in the focal image so it doesn't look as slapped on there, I guess you could say. And I think outlining the hearts really helped too. There's a boy cuddling his water bombs. So yeah, I really do like this one, and I think it was the final doodling that made this more appealing. And there's only a little bit of modelling pasting in this one. It's kind of like splatters. Then next up, we have this one, which is very bright, very nice and bright, and there's gold. Can you see it? Yeah, shimmery gold colour blast in the background. And yeah, I really like how this kind of makes me feel like bright and tropical because the yellow ties in with these palm leaves, and I associate red and white stripes with beach towels, and I don't know why, it just makes me think beachy and tropical paradise, I guess. So there's a bit of a close-up for you, and you can see, ooh, you can see the gold there. Isn't it pretty? So your pages don't need a theme. I just seem to pull themes out of my head. And I like the doodling here with the hearts as well. And there's the back. Next up, this is my favourite one in the whole thing. And I know a lot of people in the comments of the last, was it the last one? It might have been the doodling stage, really like this one as well. So this is definitely my favourite one. I think it's a combination of the image. I really like how she's looking at the camera, and it's big, and it's, I don't know, it looks like she's meant to be on there because I've cut out behind her arms. I think it's also a combination of this little brush strokey bit and the stamping, and also the tiny, tiny sneak of pink. Just a tiny bit, but I think it just really makes it. So I love this one. And I also love that it says, "Can we fart now?" Because it's a little bit silly. As if you haven't noticed already, I'm a little bit of a silly Billy. So this one just speaks to my creative roots. Next up, this one was a real Frankenstein of a page. Whoops, just trying to work out the focus. This was actually on the back of a yellow mailing envelope, and I accidentally punched the holes in the wrong side. So then I had to Frankenstein another piece of paper on and cut that side off and make the holes that way. But I like how it's choppy. I think it just adds something a bit different to the album. So this one's called The Art of Staying Put. And I think that this really suited this one, this pinky, purpley confetti, as well as the white outlined flowers. I think that one, it was at that point that this layout really just popped. Because before that, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I think it's the yellow. I'm just not a huge yellow person, and especially this kind of yellow, but I like it now. Yay! So that's that one. And if I wanted to, I could also put like some secret journaling or, you know, something awesome in there if I wanted to. Next up, this is a really cute little one. And it's called Everybody Has a Story. And I just really like, so this was a napkin that I stuck down, and then I stuck these, this was out of a magazine. And I think it's really, it's just a cute one. So this is quite, you know, it seems a bit more deep and meaningful. Whereas this is just kind of a pretty cutie one. And I have both styles in my art journaling, so I like that I managed to find a cutie one in there too. I really like, usually I don't like being able to see the misty splatter part, if you know what I mean. I kind of like it to be more watercolory, blurred out, but I think this really makes this layout that it was a little bit splattery. There's that one. and just some paint on the back. Next up, we have How Not to Suck, which is always a good thing in life. And I like how I don't know if this is just me, but my eye immediately goes to the text and then follows these hearts around in kind of a shape like that. And I really like the composition of this one. It's not my usual thing. Usually I go from one corner down or from here up, but I really like how this kind of curves you all over the layout. So this is this one. And these were done with whiteout, these heart outlines. So it's fun to look at in this art journaling by fives process that I'll put Shannon Green's link down below if you don't know what it is. It's just fun to use products that you don't usually use or try techniques that you don't usually use, like the whiteout or this kind of curly. It's kind of like a figure 8 composition, really, when you think about it. Yeah, just to try something new. So there's that one. I love that. I could just lick that. It just seems like a delicious candy. This next one, it honestly wasn't until I put on this stenciling that I liked it. I'm just going to be real with you. I think it was the green. It's kind of aqua, but I don't know. And then the yellow, I just didn't like it. But now I added this, I think it was like a small spot stencil in green, blue and white, and it looks like scales for a reptile. And I thought it just worked out really, really well. And I thought this title, Don't Mock It Till You Try It, is perfectly suited for this one. So if you've got any questions on, various steps that I had or products that I've used, just let me know in the comments below and I'll try and get back to you as quick as I can, or have a look at the previous videos because you might see what I use. So this one is called The Road is Life, and I do like this one as well. I really think Doodling made this one. Before, she kind of just looked slapped on the page, like it just looked like I'd got the focal image and just slapped it on, which I really had. But everyone doesn't need to know that. I wanted to make it a bit more like it was meant to be there. So just did some little hearts and I overlapped them on the image and on the background so that it looked a bit more cohesive. And there's a little white bit that's not meant to be there, but you know what? I don't care. That's the great thing about this journaling by fives. You don't get stuck on the little parts that you are meant to do. I love that as well. And this is on an envelope too, is it? Yeah, it is. So if I was smart, I could have done the flap around the other way and then put something in it. But alas, I was not that smart. So here, this one was tricky because it was on black card, which was something that I haven't done before. But I really like it. I like the circles because they tie in with the circles of the log, the circles of her hat, the circles of this strange photo. And this was another one that was kind of a bit meh until I got to the journaling stage and added some of these little white hearts as well to the background. So there you go. Let me know in the comments below if you've had a go at journaling by fives and if you, what step was your favourite one to do. Mine was, well, I have to say I did like the first step of just putting paint and ink everywhere on the background. I would have to say that was probably my favourite, but it was also the doodling step surprised me a lot because I didn't think I was going to like it, but I actually really did. So yay for pushing me and my boundaries. So this one, I think this was amazing. And I hope you can see the shimmer of it. It's just, oh, there we go. I can go sideways. It's just so pretty. And it ties in well with the stripes of the ice cream too. So this one's called The Experience the Joy of Making. And I really do think the shimmer just made this layout what it was, what it is. As well as this doodling, I think that if I hadn't outlined the white here, that the white would have faded into the background. So there's that one. And then this one reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. I know that they go through a field of poppies, but I just feel very Wizard of Oz looking at this. So I wanted to add some gold to this one to tie in with the golden colour of these. I think, are they dandelions or something like that? And yeah, this is just a sweet, happy little cute one. There we go. And the back, very yellow, very green, very not Adele. Hang on, I've got a sneeze brewing, hang on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I'm battling a bit of a blocked nose at the moment at school because I'm a teacher. That when I sneeze, the children call it a cat sneeze. It's a bit of a pathetic sneeze. It's like, it's a really high-pitched, horrible little sneeze. And the children call it a cat sneeze, which is cute, but it also makes me feel like a little pansy when I come to sneezing, so I didn't want to subject you to the cat sneeze. But this one is just a bit of a fun, wild one. I don't know, it just makes me feel like it's a bit of a rebellious, wild, you know, there's all these women here with their suitcases and they look like they're running away or going a bit crazy. And then in the background you've got the splatters, you've got the blocks of paint, you've got the triangles that are confettiing off in the distance. Yeah, it's a bit of a fun, girly, wild layout, that one. And then, has anyone watched Dude, Where's My Car and cannot say and then without thinking of that scene? I can't. So this one, when I was sorting them out, here's an example. Where's that dinosaur one? Yeah, so these are two that I definitely would want to split, whereas if I was doing it in a book, I did these two straight after each other. And so I wouldn't want the same ones next to each other. So that's what I think some of the benefit is of, now these aren't going to fit in, are they? Some of the benefit is of doing it in loose leaf rather than in a book, because you do get to change it around a little bit and make your techniques and your colour choices kind of span the whole album instead of like 5 pages in a row. So this is just a nice, tranquil, peaceful one with a little smoochy couple down here. And yeah, it's just a sweet one. Nothing extra special about it, but I like it. I do like it. And some blue on the background. Then this one was on another envelope that I did, an A5 sized envelope. And see, I actually opened up the flap this way so I could put something in there if I wanted to, or just seal it closed, which I might. I'm not sure what I'll do yet. And this was just a fun one. It wasn't how I expected it to be in the start. I did expect to pick up a lot more of these, the bright confetti colours in here, but apparently I didn't. And that's okay. So this is really good, because always when I art journal, I have one thing in mind. Usually, or no, not always, but a lot of the time I have one thing in mind and I know where I'm heading, and I get frustrated if I don't head that way. But this is completely different. You don't know exactly where it's going to go. So this is another one that I think the journaling really made me like it more. Not the journaling, the doodling. Every time I say journaling, you know I mean doodling. With this thick black, and it ties in with this fern. Yeah, I just like it. I like it a lot. And here's another one where I'm combining the red with this pinky tone, and I'm trying to bring back the red-pink combo, I think, apparently. I didn't know I was, but I think I might be. What's your favourite colour combination? Let me know in the comments down below what your favourite colour combination is. Mine, of course, if you're a follower of my main channel, Inkie Quill, you'll know it's anything pink and turquoise with a splash of gold. That's my go-to colour combo. But let me know in the comments what yours is, either in art journaling and painting or scrapbooking. I really like this one. I just think that it's just a pretty, and it's kind of minimal. I know you look at this and you go, Adele, you don't understand the definition of minimal, but for me, this is pretty minimal. I like the small image here, and then I did this frame stencil over the top, and it's not too busy for me. Every time I say something like that, just put for Adele at the end of it. It's not too busy for me. So this was a bit of a bit of a layout for me. I think that I need to hold on tight to my dreams and really figure out what I want to do in life and see if I want to believe in myself and take a leap, or what I want to do. There's that one. Next up, I love this one. Oh, I love it. Hang on, I'm just going to pause you because the camera's about to die. Okay, we're back. I can only film 20-minute intervals, like 20-minute sessions at a time. I love this. I absolutely love it. I think part of it is the craft background. I never use craft background ever, but this has opened my eyes up to it a little bit more. I just love the image and the colours and how it starts off really pink down here and then goes to blue, and oh, I just absolutely love this one. So also let me know in the comments below what your favourite page of the whole album is. I'd be interested to know which ones you like the best. Love this. And then just some pink and blue go-to colours on the background. And then this is the last one. So this one was on a file divider, and I had in my head that this was always going to be the back one because it's the biggest page, and it hangs out, this side part hangs out quite a lot because I didn't want to chop it off. So I had always in my head that this was going to be the back one, which worked out well. So it's called Homebodies, and it's just a fun, festive, joyful layout. This one, it's got some pink shimmery modelling paste. And of course, when you do it, yours don't have to be this busy. Mine are quite busy because that's how I roll. But you can do it as not busy as, or as busy as you like. So that's it, everyone. I'm really happy with how it went. And then I just put the journaling by 5's instructions on the back, and I should probably add my 5B step. For coming up with such an awesome process. I really, really loved it, and I'll definitely be doing it again. I think I'm going to try and persuade my husband Aaron into doing it with me. And if you think he should have a go with me, let me know in the comments below and give it a thumbs up, because that way I can have proof that people would love to see him do it with me as well as just me telling him. Because quite often he doesn't believe me. But I think it'd be fun to see, you know, like a male perspective and someone who's not super messy and, you know, mixed media-y as I am. So it'd be interesting to watch. We could do them side by side. So thanks for watching, everyone, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and check out the rest of the series if you haven't already. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!